Rye Dog and the J-Child, and we're here to regulate.
This is the Mighty Fish podcast for the week of October 25th, 2016. What up, Josh?
What is going on, Ryan? It's been a time.
Yeah, it's been a few weeks. What have you been up to? What's going on in the J-Man's world?
Well, little this, little that,
Yeah.
you know, things. Family moved away. That's about it.
Have you seen any movie films?
Have I seen any movie films? I watched a couple. None very memorable to my mind. I don't really have a lot to talk about on that front.
Yeah, October, late September hasn't been the best.
No.
It's like the new drought since there's 2 movie seasons now. There's Christmas and early summer. Dude, summer blockbusters come out.
There's spring blockbusters.
Yeah,
Let's
they come out in
do
May.
away with this early summer nonsense. Like, what are we gonna early summer and late winter?
Late winter. That's it. So now there's a new where January. Where like January on was the real low point. Now there's another low point between like June at the latest.
And let's be honest,
and November.
Man, this whole year has kind of been a low point.
Yeah, no, it's not. It hasn't been.
It's had its scattered hits.
Yeah,
but they're calling it the drought, Ryan. They call it the drought, and it's more than just California.
They do, and you know what? We already called one of our episodes "Summer Drought."
We did,
but you know what? It's been that way ever since.
It's just never gotten any better. Ryan.
Although, Magnificent Seven came out.
That's right.
We talked about that.
Yeah, you saw it. You thought it was great. I still haven't seen it.
I saw The Accountant, which came out a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, you were telling me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so it's not doing too... Okay, well, there's a big disparity between critics and audiences on this one.
Yeah, I hear that the audiences are liking it.
Yeah.
And the critics are just, like, not feeling it.
Yeah, because here's the thing. It's a good movie kind of stuck in a bad movie's body.
That was how you explained it to me. And that's how I would explain one of the films that I saw, and I'll get into that.
Okay, and that sounds bad, but really it's not.
It doesn't. I've seen a number of good movies that are trapped in bad movies that I enjoy because they're good movies. The delivery just sucks.
Yeah, and I'm not one of the people who likes to talk about how you would fix a movie, because most times that means how I would make a completely different movie.
Exactly. How I would make my movie of this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like fixing plot holes or certain editing things that like minor flaws that could be fixed, that makes sense. And that's what this movie has wrong with it. The construction of the movie is odd. It's not told in a linear form. And
is it like Tarantino style?
No.
Or is it
it's
there's another one that
or
is it like Go, where you get a bunch of different stories scattered across different time periods of the same night?
No.
Okay.
So it has the linear story that's being told, and it's him and Anna Kendrick and what's going on in his life right then, scattered in with flashbacks, a second subplot that's kind of wrapped in with J.K. Simmons, and
which has its own
flashbacks? Which also has its same flashbacks, which tie into other flashbacks.
All right. So,
constructed differently, all of it is enjoyable. The way it's put together is not enjoyable. And the reason that it's put together this way was to have moments. But I think those moments only work for dumb people, because I already knew they were coming like 30 minutes before the reveal would happen, because I'm not an idiot. So it made no sense to put it together that way. Like, it was cool. So it was either, I already knew that, or, okay, so what? Because, like, Cool. That person's this. That doesn't change anything. That doesn't help. That doesn't impact the story at all. Now I just know that.
Way to pat yourself on the back, man. I'm not an idiot.
Well, no, I'm just saying, people, the viewership is not. It's one of those movies where I think their viewers are dumb.
They think you're not as smart as you are going into the film.
Yeah. I'm not saying I'm a...
I know what you're saying.
I'm not saying I'm a fucking genius. This movie does not require that.
Kind of like our problem with... that other one we just watched, the keep one.
Midnight Special.
Midnight Special.
Yeah,
I kept wanting to say Matchstick, and I was like, that's not even.
Yeah, less. There was more actually good kind of twists than there were of, oh, he's an alien. Okay, we kind of knew that.
Yeah, I thought that was.
Why did we that going and in. Why it was 2 reveals for that one as well. Yeah. So, but overall, and there's some people that are saying that. I like Ben Affleck a lot in it. There's some people that say Ben Affleck nailed it, and there are some people that are saying that he didn't. But what I think they're mistaking, he has 2 arcs.
2 sides.
There's 2 sides. There's he's autistic, and I don't want to spoil anything, but his dad kind of trained him. His dad was in the army.
Yeah, no, I saw a little bit on a review that I watched where the guy was like, yeah, and he didn't want people to pick on him.
Yeah, and his dad fucking was hard on the kids about being, because he had a brother too, or hard on being, bullied and stuff like
being
that.
Able to care
and he
for
thought
yourself.
That discipline would help him with his autism, but he's not a fucking martial arts firearms expert because he's autistic. They're 2 separate things. Autism isn't wrapped into every bit of his character, you know what I mean? So, and I think people were confusing that. Okay. But people were saying some of the behavior and stuff in the beginning when he was a kid was good, and then some people said that was bad. So I don't know a lot about autism. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. I just kind of went like, it's too bad that this movie wasn't made well.
Yeah.
Like, constructed well, I guess.
Yeah.
It was made well. And
the delivery is just kind of...
Yeah. The manner in which they wanted to tell the story was odd.
Yeah.
So, but, that's all I've really seen. And critics are panning it, but audiences liked it. I liked it. So, knowing full well that it probably wasn't that good, judging it from like how well made a movie it is, it's not that great, but how entertaining and well acted it is.
Yeah,
action, things like that in it. And to be honest, I probably could have done without the actiony bits altogether. I like myself a slow, boring character piece. So, and those were probably my favorite parts. So, overall, I would recommend it.
Yeah. It's let me see. What did I see? I saw The Heart of the Sea. Did I talk about this already? I swear to God, I talked about this. I didn't talk about it on the podcast. I talked with you.
You talked about it with Brittany mostly.
With Brittany mostly. Yeah. That's true. Yeah, I was over here the other night afterwards. Same kind of thing. There's a really good movie in there somewhere. It's a Ron Howard movie. Come on.
Yeah.
You know.
Ron Howard's newest movie is not getting good reviews either.
What's his new one?
Inferno. He directed that. He's directing that.
Inferno.
The fucking, the Da Vinci Code movie.
Oh, well, those are all his, yeah.
He directed all of those?
I think so.
This is news to me. Okay, I thought this is the first one he directed.
I'm going to look it up.
But anyways, I'm talking. It's a Ron Howard movie. Yeah, you go ahead.
You look it up if you want. Yeah, dude, it's a really cool premise. It's the one that's supposedly the true story of Moby Dick.
Yeah.
I don't know how accurate that is. I've done no research into that.
I've done no research.
I probably should have, just to, because I was like, I find that suspect, But I like those movies kind of things. I love when they go onto the old Navy, the old men of the sea kind of stories.
You want some sea shanties.
Yeah, I want some sea shanties and some wind and sail, Like, I love Master and Commander. It's one of my favorite films. This one, I was kind of hoping for that. And I didn't really get that, but it didn't. But it's not any less. Like, it's weird. It's another one where, like, you get flashbacks in this one. You get 2 stories. You get the story of the cabin boy being interviewed by Melville, the writer of Moby Dick, and you get what's actually going on.
Okay,
when
so
he's telling the story.
There's like unreliable narration going on.
See, and that's the thing. Unreliable narration would have been cool. It seems very exact.
Okay.
But everything that everyone says in this is very dramatic.
Okay.
And so, like, it's they call it purple prose, and that's how it is. Like, oh, the seas they shook, and it's just, you think me terrible, do you not? No, sir, I could never. It's just, I don't know. It feels weird, and there's that bit that just kind of, I don't know. It didn't feel. It felt like it was a more romanticized version of how they talked back then, instead of it just being how they talked.
Which is a lot of people are like, man, I wish we still talked like that. And it's like in literature and plays and things like that, they play it up. Yeah. But even of the time, they wanted to be higher class.
It's funny because like I'm acting like that takes away from this. I'm talking like that takes away from the film, and it kind of does. But on the opposite hand, like there's something like Penny Dreadful, where they talk in a purple prose and it's over the top and stuff like that. But I don't know. Maybe it's because it's Timothy Dalton delivering the lines, and he just has like a very posh British voice, and it's one of the show's strong points. Back on topic. And plus, like, no one can seem to decide. It's not just Chris Hemsworth being bad at accents. No one in that movie seems to be able to decide where they're from.
Yeah.
They sound like they're from the East Coast. They all sound like they're from Massachusetts at one point. Then they all sound like Australians. Then they sound like Frenchmen. And it's one character, and depending on when he is there in the scene, he has a different accent. So that drove me insane.
Yeah.
Like, I know where Nantucket is, but like, and that's where they're supposed to all be from.
Yeah.
None of them seem to be able to know what a Nantucket accent sounds like at that time period. So they all slip in and out of English accents and Jamaican and the Southie Boston accent and stuff like that. It all just, it's this huge mishmash. But like, the story just falls flat. Like, there's the big dramatic moments, like when the whale shows up, where they have to make, because they end up stranded on an island after battling this whale. And there's supposed to be some dramatic scenes there, but they all just kind of peter out. And it's not because of the performances, because, I mean, Chris Hemsworth is a capable actor. I don't think he's great, but I like him a lot. Cillian Murphy, he was in Inception.
Okay.
He was Scarecrow.
Yes.
In the Batman films. Great actor. I love Cillian Murphy. He's in the film. Very underutilized. He just kind of shows up and says some things, and it's like, we're pals, me and Chris Hemsworth. And then I don't know the name of the guy that plays the captain of the vessel, but I've seen him before. He's a good actor too. The guy who plays the adult version of the cabin boy is Gleason. Something Gleason. I can't think of his name. He was in Gangs of New York. He's a badass. He's great.
Brendan Gleeson?
Brendan Gleeson. Thank you. He's great, but not in this movie. Like, it's just, I don't know. But like, I enjoyed it at the same time. Like, I don't like the way that it was done with the Flash. I could have really done without the Melville interview parts. They could have just given me the story of Chris Hemsworth and this Captain Buttonheads on a ship.
Yeah, well, and that's what was odd to me. You're getting the interview, and then you're getting what really happened. And I was like, oh, okay, so we're going to get this like unreliable narration where this guy was clearly talking it up, and you're like, no, it's like exact narration.
No, it's pretty much like, it's exactly what happened. Like, it would have been interesting if he had been talking it up, and then you saw what actually happened, which is what they do so often in those scenarios.
Exactly.
But no, he just gives you the story like it is. And he's just like, yeah, we did terrible shit to survive. It becomes less about the whale and more about the survival at one point of getting off that island and stuff. But neither part really holds you. Okay. And that's the problem, is it seems like it meanders towards the end. And now I'm talking about it. I don't think I liked it very much. Yeah, dude, I saw that one, and I finally got to finish all of Crimson Peak. I finally got to get all the way through that. And that one, that's another one. It's slow. You know what's going to happen the whole time, but like the sets and the costuming is just super great. And I loved the overall feel of it because it felt like one of those classic horror pictures where it's not so scary.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of weird and unsettling, and weird shit's going on, but that's not really the main point. Ghosts just happen to be in the story. It's very Vincent Price, very Christopher Lee, very gothic feeling. Really, really great. I love Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
That was another one. And it was interesting to see Tom Hiddleston because I'm not very familiar with him as an actor outside of the Marvel films. So it was interesting to see him in something not Marvel.
Yeah, the only other thing I've ever saw him in is Midnight in Paris, which was a terrible movie.
Oh yeah, you hated that. That's the one with Owen Wilson, right?
Yeah, it's the Woody Allen.
Yeah,
movie, yeah.
He travels back in time and hangs out with Hemingway.
And then hangs out with Hemingway, and he was fine. I don't know. So yeah, I would be interested in seeing him outside of Marvel as well.
Yeah, no, he was really cool. He played. I guess he would be the anti-hero of the story. He was really cool. Really good movie. I really, really enjoyed that one as being another period piece.
Yeah. Back to Ron Howard for just 1 second. So he has directed all of those crappy.
I thought
movies.
so.
And I'm like, I thought he had like a better record than that. But I guess like
did
when
Willow.
you're a working director, like. You gotta sometimes you gotta direct a few stinkers. I think.
Well, I mean, he did Willow, if I remember right. That was him, and that was not well received. But that's definitely a cult classic for most people. That Willow's a great movie. Willow's a fun movie. It was also Lucas, as I recall, as well. Lucas wrote it.
Yes. Let's see. Well, apparently he did How the Grinch Stole Christmas as well.
Well, that's received well. People like that movie just because we don't like that movie.
I guess that's fair.
And I gotta say, dude, did you ever see A Cat in the Hat? Because I did.
I couldn't do it.
Oh, dude, no, that.
Yeah, he did do Willow.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, Cat in the Hat is awful, man. It made me really, really appreciate the Grinch Stole Christmas. Yeah, the Grinch Stole Christmas. I didn't like that movie at first because, I blame it on Jim Carrey because I had kind of gotten over Jim Carrey at that point. But none of them are as good as Horton Hears a Who. Horton Hears a Who was hysterical. I loved that movie. That was a great movie.
I have not seen Horton Hears a Who.
You should. I really recommend it.
Maybe if it's on a movie channel.
Yeah. Oh, it would be at this point.
I'll give it a go.
Horton Hears a Who's really good. The Lorax is... To be fair, I was never a big fan of the Lorax, the book.
Oh, okay.
That one. And I don't even think that's what it's called, the Lorax. I think it has an actual name. But...
the Lorax is the most recent one, right? Fairly recent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm the Lorax to speak for the trees. And he goes on this wild adventure with... I don't know. It's Justin Long.
Yeah. No, the book is The Lorax.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, dude, that one. Dude, that book, I hate the book. The book, I get it, dude. Deforestation, it's terrible. I know that. But, as a kid, that book bored me.
Zac Efron.
It was Zac Efron, yeah. A chinless wonder in that movie. Everybody's a chinless wonder in Dr. Seuss. Why don't they have chins, man? None of them have chins. It's terrifying.
I don't know. I don't know.
I knew a guy. I lived with a guy.
They all have weak chins.
That had I didn't know it, dude. Because when I first met him, he had this huge beard, and Jeremy just had a beard, dude. And then one day he shaved it off, and I was like, oh.
Once you
you're
see
missing
that,
the lower half of your face.
Once you see that, whenever you see somebody with a weak chin, and there's an actual term for it. But yeah, you just are like, oh, you look like a fucking Dr. Seuss character.
Exactly, because they all, it's like it comes to a perfect point, and then they have these huge cheeks.
It's weird. It doesn't look right. Yeah, but they do actually have a name for that, and they do cosmetic reconstructive surgery.
Yeah. To give you a chin.
So you're just doing this all the time.
Look like a underbite from a
maybe. Yeah, who knows? Maybe he was making a statement way back when.
Man tooth or something like that. On fucking Family Guy. Undertooth.
Baron von Undertooth.
Is that his
Underbite?
name?
Baron? Yeah, if you wanted to try to act like you had a chin, yeah, you would be talking like that all the time.
Mm-hmm. It's just like, I mean, what do you tell somebody when you go, look, I don't want a Bruce Campbell,
No.
I just want, maybe a Jude Law,
Just kick it up to Jude Law.
Yeah, this is, don't Superman.
Yeah, I was just about to say Henry Cavill me.
I don't need Henry Cavill's lantern jaw, but, something, maybe an Alan Tudyk,
Alan Tudyk, yeah.
Little Alan Tudyk.
That's fair.
Yeah. Maybe James Franco, Seth Rogen. I don't know. Like, what does the catalog look like, dude?
I don't know. Maybe there's just normal Superman chin and then like fucking bitch ass Lorax chin. It's hard. I can't imagine it.
I can't either, dude. I mean, and I don't have a very prominent...
No, me either. But like I said, they're like recessed. It's weird.
Yeah, dude. It's just like it caves in.
It's weird.
Fucking,
now I'm feeling self-conscious all of a sudden.
Yeah. It looks like. Did you ever see Blade 2?
No, I haven't seen Blade.
God. Okay. Well, we need to remedy all that. Fucking. It just makes me think of like the fucking vampires in Blade 2 because they do like the predator mouth thing.
Yeah.
And then fucking like the tube comes out.
Yeah.
But like it's just like look, that would make sense, dude, because they don't have that bottom half. So
Yeah.
Crack,
Yeah.
And then the tube just a straight shot. But they don't use guys like that in the movie. No, they've all got fucking big fuck off. Like I'm a badass chin.
They have to. Everybody knows vampires are sexy.
It's true. They're always so sexy.
Oh my god! All right.
This is not going well, man.
Is there anything else that you would like to talk about? Because I know there is something that you have not talked about yet, and I'll let you.
Did you want to talk about Westworld?
No, I don't want to talk about Westworld because I've only seen one episode and I don't like it.
Well, I was gonna say I've seen 2 episodes and I don't like it.
So I have. I mean, I guess we'll talk about it for a minute. All I can say is I don't particularly care for television.
No.
And
well, that's been established.
And
the only show that you've ever seen and ever praised that I know of, aside from Peep Show,
yes,
is which you watched on Netflix. So I don't know if that counts. Was True Detective.
Yes. I was going to say things like certain Netflix series. Stranger Things, for instance.
Yeah. Daredevil.
And True Detective I like because they're just long movies that I can take at my own pace. And then when it comes to comedy, whatever, they're episodic, fucking laugh at something, you're done. Silicon Valley, things like that. There's continuity.
Dude, I try to think of all the comedies that I like on TV, and it's Silicon Valley.
Yeah, like there's Silicon Valley, there's continuity there, but it's mostly just you laugh, you move on, whatever. I fucking watch a gazillion reruns of fucking Futurama.
I think Silicon Valley has like the corner, the corner on the market for cliffhangers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I like a lot of that. So I went into Westworld like hoping that there would be something interesting there, and I felt like it was going to be just what I like in a TV series, which is it wishes it was a movie. And it feel like, and I should have known it's produced by JJ, and it's fucking got a Lost angle going on, and I'm just like, no, I can't do it. That's the thing. I find it interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't hate it.
Yeah,
but I'm like,
well, yeah, that's my thing, where it's just kind of like, all right,
I'm just like, I can't do this. I know I don't have 50 hours in me to see this through.
This saga unfold.
Yeah, I'm going to be mad.
Yeah. Well, dude, it's just, for me, it feels like it's like 2 different types of shows that they've tried to put into one. Like, the idea of coming at it from the robot angle, and, yeah, fucking spoilers. I don't think those are spoilers, though. Anyway, I don't care. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Because, like, there's this one, the second episode, fucking, they have to work on one of the robots because she's breaking down. She's old and they're trying to fix her.
Yeah.
So they take her out, and she wakes up in the middle of them trying to fix her. Like, she comes back online, and there's this whole, like, abduction theme going. Like, she sees just piles of naked dead bodies, and they're just throwing them in fires, and they're sweeping up, like, fake blood and shit like that. And it's truly horrific. But what takes you out of the horror of that scene is you've seen them work on the robots.
Yeah.
Like, you are fully aware of that angle of it.
Yeah.
You can't establish that. And that's
Yeah,
what takes me out of it.
But at a certain point, think about it from... I get what you're saying. And think about it from this way, though. That, like, the big reveal is that, oh, they're all robots and these people are all controlling them, when you just be like, oh, that's dumb. Like, you would just be like, yeah. You would find that out eventually. That would be the big reveal.
Yeah, and that would be the dumb reveal. Yeah. Like, no. I get it.
So I think they're going for
because it's an old hat trick by now, dude.
Yeah, exactly. So I think they were like, that's the thing. So
but then why? But like including that kind of thing
scene,
is just kind of like,
I think it's just because it's supposed to psychologically. If either you're there or you're not. I think it's either you go like either you feel for that person being confused and not know what's going on and thinking that's cool, or you're somebody who's just like, it's fake. Who cares?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are going to really dig it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are going to be like, no.
Well, and it's the world within the game is very interesting.
Yes.
The world outside of the game, I don't fucking care.
Well, it hasn't been fleshed out from what I've seen anyways.
No, it's they're dropping all the it's like you said, it's that Lost formula.
Yeah.
They're dropping a lot of hints and they're just not hitting with me. I'm not saying nobody's going to enjoy this show.
No. I know people are really
people are liking it already. That's great, but like for some odd reason, man, maybe I've watched too many shows like this and it's jaded me or something.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I am not along for this ride.
I'm
That's
right there with you
Yeah.
for different reasons, but
Yeah.
similar situation.
Yeah. It's unfortunate because I was really looking forward to it. I like sci-fi, I like cowboys, I like robots.
Yeah.
So I was like, how can this go wrong? The original movie's pretty cool.
I like checking out what HBO has to offer.
Yeah.
Usually it's a hit. So
yeah, and I was just like, oh man, I think this one's gonna pass me by.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
So, but that's not what I originally was bringing up. You have not been able to talk about Luke Cage yet.
Have you watched Luke Cage?
No.
Because I put that out of my mind.
Well, you don't have to talk about it.
Well, I'll talk about it, man, but I don't want to ruin it. Now I'll talk a bit about it. It's catching a lot of flack.
Is it?
Yeah, it's caught a lot of flack for the last half of the series. But I feel like people aren't understanding Luke Cage's roots.
Oh, okay.
And that Luke Cage, the show, is kind of paying homage to everything about that era that Luke Cage grew out of, that blaxploitation, the 70s era and stuff like that. It's paying homage to... Dude, it's fucking... Out of the gate, that show makes me wish I was black. Like, for real, dude. Like, I've never felt that kind of envy before, but, like, I wish I was black and from Harlem, man. That show was so fucking cool, dude. It's got probably the best soundtrack of all the Marvel films, dude. Iron Man 1 had a really cool soundtrack.
Yes.
With all the metal, the classic rock, the AC/DC and Ozzy, and I think they had a little bit of Black Sabbath in there as well.
Yeah, it's been a while since.
It's been a very long time.
Yes, I'm sure they had some Black Sabbath in there.
Yeah. I forgot that wasn't Ozzy by himself. Dude, just fucking some real cool R&B, some of that that did.
Some funky bass lines.
Yeah, dude, funky bass lines, dude, and it's I don't know, dude, woo-hoo, that kind of thing, dude. It's like
some Marvin Gaye going on.
Some Marvin Gaye, yeah, dude, some Al Green, dude. They got and like they have a really cool hip hop in it. It's not like your top 40 rap,
We're not gonna get some. Fuck, what's the terrible song I just heard? Damn it, forget it.
Drake.
I think it's called Broccoli, but I don't know who it's by.
Oh, you were singing it the other day. Yeah. Oh my God.
None of that.
None of that, dude.
The listeners can look that up themselves if they want to know what I'm talking about. It's like number 2 on the charts. Go for it.
But yeah, like you're not getting any Drake,
yeah,
or anything like that you're gonna hear up in the club, or anything like that. But no, it's a lot of
by Usher.
Yeah.
Anyways,
but Luke is cool as shit, and it's great because they've been going that dark and gritty route and everything with the Netflix shows.
Yes,
you're getting Luke Cage, who is the Superman of the streets. He's a little jaded, and he's a little he's got some darkness in him. Mm-hmm. But it's like cheesy darkness. It's like schlocky darkness. He's gonna do right. He's gonna do right, and it's
not
cool.
like The Punisher. It's more like my mama kicked me out the house.
No, there's some of that going on because he got set up and he got sent to jail and stuff like that.
Okay,
I'm trying not to give too much away because I really want you to fucking watch it. I really think you'll like it. But like, everybody in it's real cool. It focuses really, the big focus mostly is just Harlem and like black culture in general.
Yeah.
Art and just poetry and stuff like that, and people that came out of Harlem. It's really cool that they took this show as a vehicle to showcase all that.
Yeah.
I think that's the best part of the show out of anything. Having said that, the show goes from like a 70s crime noir kind of the show is very slow.
Yeah, okay.
It's very slow, but it's intentionally slow. It doesn't feel like they're doing this with it. Mm-hmm. There's one episode, it's that 7th episode, that happens every time where they go, we need to make it last.
We need one more episode before we start winding shit down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's one episode like that, but like it's so slow in the beginning that when that happens, you just kind of take it as like, oh, okay. But it's like it's you get to know all the characters. You get to know Luke. You get to know Pop. You get to know Diamondback and all the bad guys and the good guys alike. And it's great because one of the things that I like that was a nice little tie-in to the other shows. Aside from this one has the most references to everything else that's going on.
I've heard that,
and the movies as well. Turk shows up, the guy that's always getting his ass kicked by Daredevil.
Oh,
he shows up and he's come to Harlem because he's sick of getting his ass kicked by Daredevil. Nice. And there's a point in the show where he's just like, man, y'all are crazy. I'm going back to Hell's Kitchen.
I was going to say, we always talk crap about that 7th episode, right?
Yeah.
And how there's that episode that feels like, okay, breather, now we're going to end the series.
Yeah.
End the season.
The show, yeah. Season, whatever.
Whatever. If you're British, I guess they say series. So, and not to mention that they have shows they have 4 episodes that come out every 5 years.
Yeah. Oh, dude, somebody made a joke about that where they're just like, oh, the new season's coming out. And 2 days later, it's like, oh, I missed it.
Exactly. Well, we got 2 more years until another 2 episodes come out.
Sherlock is 4 episodes a season, I think.
Yeah. Well, it's the strange thing you brought up, Peep Show, that fucking that show.
Oh, yeah.
That show covered 12 years,
and it's only
8 seasons long,
yeah.
And it's like 6 episodes.
It's 6 episodes a season, yeah.
So that's like kind of what like 3 seasons of an American show would do.
Yeah,
but at the same time, amazing quality. Back to what I was saying, I wonder if that episode was gone, if we would think it was too fast paced.
If it was too fast paced, no, I'm with you on that one.
Like, because they're always neat. Like,
in the case
every
of
narrative, there's you need the time to breathe, and then go on.
Well, like in the case of Daredevil and Daredevil season 1, and Jessica Jones as well. It was more than one episode.
Okay,
It was
that's true.
like the whole last half of season 1 of Daredevil is just like, just get to the point where he confronts Kingpin. Just get to the point. With Jessica Jones, it was like, oh, Purple Man's scary. And you're like, Purple Man's real scary. You know, and they're just like, oh, here he is. And you're like, oh, shit, there he is. And they're like, oh, but he's like scary, you know? It was like, oh no. Like 2 episodes after David Tennant showed up, I was just like, oh no. And it just went, yeah. Dude, that was the worst one. Like, Jessica Jones was really hard to get
and I think too that it might be they can't control in what sequence people are watching.
Yeah.
You might watch 4 episodes, then 2 episodes. The next thing you know, you're watching what you get, and you're doing only a 2-episode block, and both of them are kind of breather episodes. Then you feel like, oh god, the show's going to shit.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, I guess people that binge all the way through and probably have the best viewing experience and a lot of patience.
I will say, Jessica Jones was one that I hardcore binged, and I did not have a good viewing experience. I've gone back and watched like season 1 and season 2 of Daredevil and fucking enjoyed both immensely.
Yeah.
Luke Cage I will revisit fondly, but I don't think I'm ever going to rewatch that first season. I'm hoping with the second season of Jessica Jones, they give it the Daredevil season 2 where they tighten it up, you know, and it has a point, and they stop like having characters make the most ridiculous decisions ever just so they have a plot for an episode.
Yeah, season 2 of Daredevil's super dope. I'm gonna have to finish it.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking pissing me off now, man. But no, back on Luke. It starts off with this crime noir kind of feel. Well, shit goes down, and the tone starts to change, and it starts going more into the pulpy, the comic booky kind of angle, and like he clearly has a supervillain, and he's ridiculous. And it kind of goes from like I don't know, fucking it goes from American Gangster to fucking Black Dynamite.
Oh god,
you know?
That sounds awesome.
Right? And it is, dude. Like fucking god, what was his name? Diamondback. Diamondback is the bad guy at the end of he's the big bad guy you gotta deal with. There's Cottonmouth and Diamondback, and he has to deal with both of them. Diamondback is the one he has to do, the big fucker at the end. Diamondback, he starts talking about everything he does like it's a rap song. And he's like, I know I'm flowing off the dome, but stay with me. I ain't had one rhyme slip yet. You know? And he's just talking about like improvising a criminal plan. You know? He's ridiculous. He gets like a power suit, and him and Luke beat each other up in the middle of Harlem with all the people standing around. They're like, kick his ass, Luke. You know? It's cool, man. It's fun. It was really fun. I really enjoyed the show. I enjoyed the first half because it was serious, and it gave this really cool look about the corruption of a city and stuff, kind of like Daredevil. But I really think that they were just like, I don't want to do Daredevil again.
Yeah.
Let's do this instead. You know, and it's because it is like the beginning of the show is very much there's a gang and they're fucking trying to take over the town, and there's corrupt politicians and shit that are in cahoots, and Luke's gonna put a stop to them. That's like fucking season 1 of Daredevil.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't do that.
When they had introduced Luke Cage and Iron Fist,
you had a funny
I was just kind of like, I don't. Why do we need all these people?
How many people punch?
Yeah, how many people do we need people to punch people?
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm glad that tonality and other themes are differentiating there.
Yeah, you've got Jessica Jones, which will probably end up being like the little edgelord series. Fucking, I drink because I'm sad, and I'm sad because I drink. You've got Luke, who's just like, yo, I got problems, bro, but I'm trying to be positive and look on the bright side. And that's what I liked about him, dude.
Roots in the community.
He's got roots in the community, you know. And you got Daredevil, who's just like, I have to do this.
Yeah, he's blind. He's weird.
He's blind. He's weird. He's mean. And then I'm interested to see on what kind of personality angle they're going to take with Danny, and I hope it's like in the comics where he's witty and he's funny and he's punching people and he's making stupid jokes. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm disappointed that his fists are not actually made of iron.
I know, you were real disappointed. He was like, so his fists are actually made of iron. I was like, no. He channels his chi into one fist and becomes the Iron Fist.
Yeah, and it's actually only one fist.
And it's called Iron Fist, not Iron Fist.
It's true. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I'm praising them for not overselling
For
it.
sticking to it. I think he has done it with both fists, and I think it did something to him. I don't know. Yeah. I'm really excited.
Now he can't
for
get a boner anymore.
Now he can't get a boner anymore. Well, it's called Iron Fist, not Iron Dong.
Oh man. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I mean, it sounds fun.
Dude, just like it started, the theme song kicked in, and I was just like, it's like, wow, 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 and I'm like, that's funky.
That's funky.
Yeah.
Getting into this.
This is badass, dude. No, Luke Cage is the shit, man. That's fucking, I really love Luke Cage. So far, the only one that's thoroughly disappointed me is Jessica Jones, and I really hope that the next season is better because Jessica's a cool character, and I would like to see her get her due.
Did I read somewhere? I think I might have saw somewhere that like Jessica Jones season 2, all female directors or something like that. I think I read that somewhere. So that's interesting. I don't know what that means. Doesn't mean anything.
I was gonna say. I was like, okay.
That doesn't mean anything for the quality of the material. I'm just throwing out some Jessica Jones news.
They're gonna get some Catherine Bigelow.
Yeah,
and some.
To be fair, I don't know how many female directors are out there, especially television directors.
Yeah,
I don't pay attention.
There's
to
so many TV directors, and there's so many TV writers and stuff like that. Like I know Joss Whedon and his brothers because
and I fucking know. Wonder Years. Fred Savage.
Oh, Fred Savage.
I know he was a big. He did.
He did most of Garfunkel and Oates.
Yeah. I think he did most of it, and then that's.
He did some Wilford too.
Yes, that's a show that fucking he did do Wilford as well.
Garfunkel and Oates was hysterical.
I can't believe, dude, of all the fucking bullshit that IFC keeps around, I couldn't believe it.
I know
that.
I know, dude. That one in Portlandia were my two favorite shows on IFC, and they just pulled Garfunkel and Oates. I was like, why?
It was weird.
You kept calling it Bang Bang.
Yeah, and the thing that sucks is like comedy groups get into doing a show, and then once the show's canceled, they like stop everything.
They just like Flight of the Conchords,
or fucking what just happened with the Meltdown. I thought Kumail and them did that show before the show, television show, and now the television show's canceled, and now they're not doing it anymore.
Yeah, now they're
Garfunkel and Oates. After the show got canceled, Garfunkel and Oates isn't together anymore.
No,
and I'm just kind of like, what the fuck?
Yeah, why you were around before the show. People still care.
Weird.
Don't let your show cancellation ruin a good thing.
Yeah, well, Flight of the Conchords is still doing their thing.
Are they still together?
Yeah. They just did a tour. I tried to get tickets.
That's right. The fucking Ticketmaster.
The second
was
hand.
it Ticketmaster? Oh no, it was Ticket10.
Yeah, the fucking ticket reselling market is a fucking topic for another podcast. But pain in the ass. I didn't go to see him. Yeah, so that's cool. So I'm sure Garfunkel and Oates eventually, when they need money, will do something. But
I hope so. Those fucking chicks cracked me up, man.
But they both act as well. So
yeah, she's on some comedy show.
Yeah, Mikuchi. Are you talking about Mikuchi, or are you talking about?
I was talking about the
Blondie.
Yeah,
I can't.
Garfunkel.
Ricky.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's on something. Mikuchi was just in Mike Birbiglia's new movie that came out not that long ago, which I still haven't seen. They all have things going on.
Yeah.
Eventually,
it just kind of sucks when they just kind of,
Speaking, back to what we were talking about a little bit, because speaking of Flight of the Conchords, I actually did watch another show. I watched one episode of HBO's new show with fucking Sarah Jessica Parker and fucking Thomas Hayden Church, Divorced. And I know what you're thinking.
Yeah,
we've all seen that show.
Yeah,
and it is that show, but it's actually not all that style of comedy. I was actually impressed by it, but fucking Jermaine was in it as Sarah Jessica Parker's she was having an affair with him, and he's a fucking weirdo, and I loved it.
Well, yeah. I mean,
and fucking Thomas Hayden Church is a weirdo in real life.
And just plays a weirdo.
Yeah,
he just plays himself.
Yeah, and he's a weirdo in the show, And overall, if my girlfriend's watching it, I'll probably watch it. But fucking yeah, I'm just like Jermaine. It's branching out.
Oh my god.
Oh god. So yeah, I guess I did check one more show out.
All right.
And fucking it is what it is. It's that show. Oh, and again, okay, the listeners won't know what I'm talking about, but I told you, I don't know, a year plus ago, I said fucking Molly Shannon is coming around swooping up all the Allison Janney roles.
Yeah.
And she has a role in this show, Molly Shannon does, and I'm just like, fucking 2 years ago, this would have been Allison Janney. I feel so bad
Maybe
for Allison
Janney like passed the torch.
Maybe.
Isn't she on Moms right now?
Oh, that's true. Yeah. See, okay, she's working full time on a sitcom.
She's working full time. She's not playing an Allison Janney role on Moms, but she's
she's the wacky fucking wife / friend's mom.
Oh yeah,
you know,
the weird teacher, the weird weird neighbor,
and the way
back.
Yeah, she plays that role exclusively, and Molly Shannon's role in this is that fucking role. Yeah. And I'm just like, and there was another one where I saw Molly Shannon. And I'm just like, what happened? Why did Molly Shannon become the new Allison Janney? Mystery we'll never know.
That's so weird, man.
And there we go. Some obscure, ridiculous conspiracy that nobody cares about.
Nobody gives a shit about, dude. No one cares about Allison Janney.
Nor do I.
Or the Molly Shannon.
I just think that
the Molly Shannon crisis. She's just out there swooping up all of Allison Janney's jobs. Well, it's fucking... You know the dad from Fanboys and SLC Punk?
Yes. Shooter McGavin.
Shooter McGavin, yeah.
Yes.
Did you know that like him and Bruce Campbell have like some kind of like it's not a real rivalry, but it's a rivalry? Like
they show up at a lot of the same auditions.
They're always at the same auditions, and like it's apparently like Bruce was supposed to be Shooter, and like all kinds of shit like that. Like it's just like he just swoops up. They get all the same parts offered to each other. That just brought that to mind to me.
That's actually really
Bruce
funny.
Campbell was talking about it at a Comic Con here recently. My friend went and fucking was telling me all about it. She's just like, you know, Shooter McGavin? I was like, yeah, Shooter's great. And she's just like, apparently he just steals all of Bruce Campbell's jobs.
I think I had heard that, but yeah, that's funny.
They're kind of the same dude, really.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I'm just like, oh, yeah, I could see that.
They both have that comedic kind of arrogant thing that's going on that I love.
Yeah, I can think of more things with Shooter McGavin in it than I can Bruce Campbell.
Yeah,
but I could see interchanging them fine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, it's just he basically just was like he's just a more successful me, basically. You know, it's funny, and it's funny too because like the older Nathan Fillion gets, the more I see him going into that direction as them.
Yeah. I fear for Nathan Fillion.
I do too, man. Maybe, you know, this break from Castle, he's going to lose all that neck weight.
Yeah, well, and not only that, it made him look like a total dickhead.
It did make him look like a total dickhead, dude. So, I was not a Castle fan by any means, but, like, just because you don't want to do a show anymore, you don't got to be a piece of shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and what else do you have going on? Like your cameo in the next Guardians of the Galaxy, you betting on that one, paying the bills? You know? Your web series that you're doing with Alan Tudyk?
Maybe,
you know, maybe, dude. But like, I mean, I don't know, dude. I was just like,
doesn't Joss Whedon have a new thing coming up? I read an article.
Did he? I didn't read anything about it.
He's got another.
Seen this? You read about it?
You ever seen this? Read about this? I think it's like early. I think he's writing it. Who knows? He'll probably never.
It's one of those like Joss Whedon rumored to be directing the Tron sequel.
Like fucking.
Put it out there, folks. Joss Whedon, Tron 3.
Well, that would be awesome. One of these,
wouldn't it?
Yeah, one of these networks like fucking has him writing a pilot or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I'd like to see Ryan Johnson do a Tron 3, actually.
Yeah, I'd see that. I'd watch that.
JJ.
I just want to say I don't give a shit who fucking directs this. To be completely honest, unless you completely fuck it up, like
just keep Brett Ratner away from it.
Yeah, I just want to see fucking more Tron.
Did you want to talk about Split?
Oh, God. So,
I mean, we don't have to.
I mean, there's not a lot to say. They're still letting M. Night Shyamalan make movies. And
It cracked me up because he found one thing.
well, he told no, because he's been making other movies, and I think he was just biding his time until they let him make another one of his movies.
Well, because like I heard, like even like The Visit,
Yes,
like
it had a subtle twist.
but it still had a twist.
But I heard it was played down a bit, and they didn't advertise it as him directing it. First of all,
Yeah.
And
They kept his name
Split,
off those trailers.
Yes. Split, they're advertising from M. Night Shyamalan. It is not subtle whatsoever.
No.
It's got James McAvoy acting like a fucking idiot. And he's going to be a monster. As well as having 200 multiple personalities.
Yeah, 237 multiple personalities.
And he's got teenage girls locked in his fucking basement.
He's going to eat them.
And he's going to eat them.
I think that's...
We're meant for something. I'm like, how are they turning a crazy person who has multiple personalities into something like, we're meant for something, there's a monster. I'm like, why are you mixing two already bad idea movies into one ultra terrible movie?
Because he's M. Night Shyamalan.
It looks
he's... the last I heard, dude, he was still getting Avatar 2. He's still getting Last Airbender too.
I heard that. I thought it was just too big of a flop.
This could be a rumor. This could be a rumor.
I feel like nobody would take that gamble.
I don't think anybody
with
would.
Any director.
What a huge loss.
Yeah, with any
Such
director.
a loss.
That's just too big
That's a tragedy
flop.
too. Great show.
Like I'd see them trying to do Ghostbusters again. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't think...
Well, it wasn't a complete flop, was it?
No, it lost money, though. But I'm sure they might make it back on DVD sales
They keep churning out fucking terrible movies that lose money all the time.
Yeah, and not only that, it gives them an excuse to put out, like, merchandise. And I think... And like, as long as it's not, like, plainly obvious that it's from the new movie, people will still buy it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. Or we're talking crap.
Yeah, we're talking crap.
But like, I could see them.
Still haven't seen.
I mean, I could see them making another Ghostbusters despite it losing money. But like Avatar, I heard was just, or the Last Airbender was a huge financial loss.
I can't remember how much it cost, but it didn't even make like a margin back.
Ugh. But yeah, with Split, it doesn't look like it cost a lot of money. They had to pay fucking James McAvoy. Cool. And oh god,
well, it's just coming from watching him in the X-Men movies, which I think he's one of the better parts of.
Yeah,
I really enjoy him as Xavier. Then you see him in that, and you're just like, why are you doing this to yourself?
Why?
Why are you doing this, man?
And I don't know if it was meant to be like, oh wow, scary. But that's a lot of his shit. Outside of Signs that really did creep me out, a lot of his shit made me wonder if I was supposed to be scared or not.
Yeah, like it's all confusing. Shyamalan confuses me. And I don't know if he's...
His dialogue...
His dialogue is awful.
But it seems different in this one. Bad, but different.
Bad, but better. Oh, my God. You got anything else, man?
No. I hate to end it on Split, but...
I know. I hate to end it on anything bad in general.
But, I mean, I guess if you haven't seen the trailer, go check it out. It's 2 minutes of your life. You'll never get back, but at least you won't mistakenly watch it on accident.
Yeah.
Because now you'll know.
Yeah.
It's a piece of crap.
No!
Yeah.
They just keep giving him fucking cameras, man.
They can't stop. They can't. They won't.
They can't stop, won't
they
stop.
Don't stop.
They can't, they won't, and they don't stop.
So, I don't know. Well, I think that'll be it. Unless you got anything else.
Personal gripes.
Save those for next time. Yeah, I mean,
save it for the podcast.
Yeah, we've got some movies coming up here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Probably,
November's a busy month, man.
Yeah. Every time I go like there was something.
Oh, there's Doctor Strange this month. There's the Harry Potter movie, if I recall. did you do?
Nothing.
What are you doing?
No, yes. November is a busy month, for sure. But I mean, right now, I keep thinking that there's nothing out to watch.
There's some stuff out right
And
now.
I think, well, that I haven't seen.
Yeah.
And, I remember now. I keep going, Jack Reacher, Never Go Back.
I want to see it, dude.
People say it's crap, and I can't wait to watch it.
I know, dude. Well, the first one, I feel like people make the first one better than it really was.
Than it really was.
I loved the first Jack
Yeah,
Reacher,
so did I.
but wasn't like, whoa! It wasn't John Wick.
No. So, yeah, but probably the next big movie we'll both be talking about, because we'll have both saw it, will be Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
More than likely.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's anything huge coming out before that. We might see something else. Who knows? We're going to be trying to get the podcast out every week. We're going to stop taking long breaks.
Yeah, sorry. It's not that we're wanting to take long breaks.
Yeah.
It's that there's a lot of shit going on.
Yes.
And we keep...
Yeah, so we're going to start getting the podcast out every week. We have stuff shot, needing to be edited, that will be going up on the channel. So look out for Classic Catch Up. Been hearing that for a while.
Yeah, about a year.
Look out for another skit coming up pretty soon, as well as some new content. And yeah, that's about it. We're on every major podcasting thing.
We everywhere.
We're the Mighty Fish Podcast, and you can find us on YouTube at Mighty Fish Productions, and that is where all of the videos are. Josh, say goodbye.